Hey everybody, Paul Mack here. I just wanted to show you what I got at the auction. Here's an oldie but a goodie. It's one of these old milk jugs, metal milk jugs. These are no longer in use, especially since a lot of times they have holes in the bottom like this one does. But I'll tell you one thing, they're no longer used for, you know, milk, or, well, I guess something similar is used at a modern dairy, but shoot, I don't even know if there's any modern dairies left in Arkansas at all. I tell you, one of the things they're really good for nowadays is for storing umbrellas right at your front door. I don't know, I might keep this one at the Mercantile and store the walking canes we have for sale in it. So old milk jugs, sometimes people paint them, set them on their porch, and stick stuff in them. Who knows? They're still good for stuff, you know. Yeah, I couldn't resist this. This was just so cheap. It's a boat seat, you know, where you can sit up high on the front of your bass boat and catch a bunch of big ones. But I have a little flat bottom boat, and I've already got some cushion seats that I bought for them. I don't even bolt the seats down. I just sit them there on the seat of the boat. And I've got a canoe too that sometimes I go fishing in because I can access areas that are a little more or not as deep as some areas, especially in hot summertime. The river goes down and I can go further upriver than most of the other little boats. But I tell you what, as I'm getting older, man, I need something for my back. I just can't sit on a canoe bench or a john boat bench all day without leaning back and putting my feet up with a hook in the water. So, you know, this one's somewhat cushioned, so I thought I'd get this one for my canoe. So, little boat seat, very handy if you're an aged fisherman like myself. Now this, I just thought I'd show this to you. You all know what this is. This is a deviled egg dish. But you know, I wanted to mention that this is the ultimate symbol of the Southern potluck. The deviled egg dish, and it usually always has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I thought it usually had 12 little spots in it, but I don't know. I don't know how many they normally have. This one's made out of thick glass, quite a find. Anyway, do you have one? You need it. I don't know, perhaps the best thing about this is I got a nice plastic tub out of the deal. However, you know, and there's some things in it. Look, there's Merry Christmas from a big red vintage plaid truck. Now here's a somewhat Victorian picture frame for your great Aunt Grace, and there's a little bitty easel. But look here, look here. This is probably why I bought this. I don't know why, but it's got a little green and red farm wagon in it. Look at that. It's got some detail to it. Somebody spent a lot of time making that. Unfortunately, one of the wheels is broke. Can you see that? It's got a broke wheel on it. Maybe I'll build a little model farm jack and have a little farmer figure there and pretend he's fixing it. Maybe I can still sell it. I don't know. Anyway, it's kind of neat. Box comes off just like a real wagon. Did you know that? On a real farm wagon, the box is just sitting there by gravity. It's not bolted down or anything. So it's authentic little miniature farm wagon you could pull with a team of large rats. Next on the list, I thought I'd just show this to you. It's a little tub here full of kitchen utensils. You say, what makes these special? Well, not a lot maybe. I think they are Pioneer Woman. Have you heard of the Pioneer Woman? Yeah, Pioneer Woman, you know, it's the redhead that lives out in the Midwest, and she, you know, I guess manufactures lots of pots and pans and dishes and all kinds of things with pretty colors on them. And here's a bunch of utensils from Pioneer Woman, I think, and it says, happiness is homemade. Isn't that the truth? So, Pioneer Woman utensils. Oh, and some salt and pepper shaker. I guess they're Pioneer Woman. I'm not really even sure. So, you know, you don't even have to go to Walmart to I'm about to sneeze. It's got pepper in it. So you don't have to go to Walmart to get your Pioneer stuff. You could go to Gap Mercantile, our general store, so keep that in mind. Oh hey, looky here. I've got some Stoneware crocks. Actually, I bought several of them. Here's just a couple of them. These are fairly old. Look at this one. The handle actually has wire handles on them, stiff wire handles. Probably used to have a wooden spool there for the actual handle that's been rotted off or broke off. But this is a Western, let me see, a number 5 Western Stoneware, Monmouth, Illinois. Oh, it's a Yankee crock. This is what's known as Stoneware. It's actually pottery, large pieces of pottery that have been fired, glazed and fired. And these go way back. The uses for crocks, several things around the old farm or homestead, or the modern one, you know, if you will. Like for instance, if your water source was a good ways from your house, like for instance a spring or a small stream, or the well was a distance from your house, you could draw water, bring it to the house, pour it in one of these crocks, and a lot of times they would have a lid for them. None of the crocks I bought still have the lids on them, but that's not a big deal. You could actually, you know, we might even take from my sawmill, get a wide section of lumber and actually make some round lids for these and put a knob. You know, you can be original with it, creative, get an old porcelain doorknob or a glass doorknob, one of the antiques, and put that knob on top so that you'll have a handle for the crock lid. These were useful for keeping, you could keep that spring water in here. That way throughout the day you wouldn't have to run all the way out to the spring for a drink or a little bit of water to cook with or whatever. You just kept it right on in the kitchen there in a crock. So they got different sizes. This one is a number 5. This one actually comes from Marshall Pottery, which was a pretty well-known place for making stoneware back in the day. In fact, they only recently closed. I say recently, it's been 10 years. In 2015, I think they closed their stoneware division, and now they only make terracotta, those red-orange terracotta pots for plants and so forth. They don't make stoneware anymore. But a lot of people around here, when they see the Marshall name on here, they'll buy these up, as I did at the auction. So Marshall Pottery down in East Texas, kind of directly below where we are here in Arkansas. This is a number 3, this is a number 5, and I'm assuming that generally this will hold about 5 gallons of water, and this will hold, looks to me to hold about 3 gallons of water. So, and also you can make sauerkraut. These are good for fixing up a batch of sauerkraut. You just put all your cabbage down in there and the necessary ingredients and let it age in good old stoneware crocks. I'm a little nervous about holding these like this. And speaking of stoneware, look at this. Yep, you guessed it. We have the old butter churn, and let me tell you, this looks like an old one, and it is in really, really good shape. Let's see. It looks like a number 5. I can hardly make that out. It has a symbol of a crown on it. I bet some of you know instantly when you see that crown symbol what maker this is. I'll have to do a little research on it, tell you later. Anyway, this actually has a dasher and actually has the lid that fits the churn here. Here's the dasher. This dasher's really got some age on it, as though it's really been working against that lid right there. You can see the indentation right there. So anyway, that doesn't have any cracks in it. When you're looking for these, make sure the stoneware, the crocks or the churns don't have cracks in them. That's kind of important, and these don't. So I've got the lid and don't crack it, don't break it. Lid and the dasher, and it still has the wood handles on the wire baling there. This one's got a crack in it, but it's still on there, and this one's got the complete wood handle. So Very, very nice old butter churn. Now these, you could, if you took the dasher out and plugged the hole up with a towel, drape the towel over it. That's the way my mama used to make sauerkraut. Useful for a lot of things. You know, you could keep spring water in this if you wanted to. Drape a towel over it so bugs and mosquitoes don't get in there. Anyway, everybody needs a good old butter churn. And here is one. Look here, here's a classic. It's a cream cow. Can you see that from there? Here, a cream cow. Now this is for, see, it's got a little opening there at the top, and a little moo cow has a hole in his mouth, so you could fill this with fresh cream from your milk cow, and then the cow just regurgitates it up right into your coffee cup every morning. So a cream cow. Now this one, normally I don't see them painted up like this, which makes me wonder, is this Pioneer Woman cream cow? Possibly so. I don't know. Anyway, a colored up hippie cream cow. Ooh. This one has some items in it. It looks like a, yeah, one long belt for powering something, and then a bunch of metal rods, some wooden dowels, a piece of conduit. I just lost my glasses. And a pair of glasses. Look at that.